to speak to why art and art education are important. I think often when we're thinking of community development, the focus is on economic capital, and I think we should also focus on building and developing creative capital. And what does that look like? For students, I think to be encouraged to innovate and create and dream is really important, and that skill and that mindset and that attitude really can help them take initiative in their own learning and then shape their own future, and maybe that spark that change maker in them. And then also integrating art into the education experience really takes the process of learning and makes it about the essentially human, connecting with other people, making it about emotional connections, because we don't just go to school to memorize facts. It's also a place, let's make school a place where we learn how to interact with other people on a more culturally sensitive way, in a more culturally sensitive way. And in the words of a Casey student, who probably says it better than I do, it's more personal. Art can show way more and deeper parts of yourself. So this is from when I was facilitating with Casey students. So yeah. And just wanted to touch on my personal experience a little bit to give you some background. I've been volunteering at the Boulder Museum of Contemporary Art, and I'm now an intern there for a while, since the beginning of high school, and we plan free community art events for youth, and through that experience I've really seen how art can bring people together and really strengthen community in that way. And our events, for example, for one of our events we were able to partner with homeless youth, and homeless youth were able to attend our event, and we got to share a meal and share an artistic workshop with them. That was really empowering. And then the picture on the left is just me facilitating at Casey, and just showing how I took my passion for art and translated it into this creating a positive change in my community. And then this is some more personal background inspiration. As a part of Youth Global Leadership, I had the opportunity to attend the International Democratic Education Conference with a couple other YGL members. And as a part of that conference, the youth were able to take part in this activity where we painted our ideal learning environment. And that's what these pictures are showing here, and that was really powerful. There are about 38 different countries represented, and we were painting with Taiwanese students and students from Vermont and Africa and the Congo more specifically. And yeah, it was really great to engage in this dialogue about what we wanted our education to look like through artwork. So yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to go into a more detailed breakdown of my project in terms of goals and objectives. So the first goal, and this is what I have accomplished throughout. I started working on this project during the summer, and I've accomplished most of this groundwork in developing these community connections to realize my project. So I reached out to community liaisons, Boulder art teachers. My main contact in Boulder is Molly Haverstock, who is the art teacher at Casey, and we've worked together. We've done 2 exchanges now, me going and introducing the project in her class, and she taking that on and getting her students involved in this project. And then also the philanthropy scholars to facilitate the project in Guatemala. They were really excited about that, and they were willing to take it on and kind of make it their own and facilitate it in Guatemala for the students at San Gaspar Middle School. And then also building my knowledge of the Chaco community, culture, and Spanish. I have been taking initiative to learn Spanish on my own for about a month now, and also I've reached out to philanthropy staff to learn more about Chaco and the work they're doing there and the people there. And also along the same lines, developing my understanding of educational systems in both Boulder and Guatemala, and as well also culturally sensitive art education practices. Something I've worked really hard on with this project is to make sure that I'm being brought up in Boulder and designing this project, that making the curriculum really adaptable to the setting in Guatemala, and really making sure there's equal opportunity in both locations to create some artwork. So yeah, continuing with the art exchange curriculum, I have created, and I'm still in the process of creating more adaptable lesson plans in English and Spanish that explore those themes I mentioned before of cross-cultural understanding in a global community and understanding your own culture while understanding the cultures of others.
Show a sample really quickly.
So yeah, this is like a lesson plan that I designed, and they're also really adaptable. Like I adapted them to Molly's curriculum. She's our teacher at Casey, and I always create an example piece of artwork. This one is a self-portrait themed, and just like really showing a part of yourself to your pen pal or your art pal, I guess. And this writing component allows for student reflection on the artwork process, and then we coordinate translation of that writing component as well.